Welcome to the Patriots lab, where we ain't even trying to, we make them liberals mad. Cause freedom of speech is what us individuals have. It's the gift when we gab, talking about things that the brainwash cannot mentally grasp, like staying loud and waving our American flags. This is for the free thinkers, wearing their MAGA and wearing the cags. Draining the swamp is the ultimate goal, but the sheeple will swear it's a fad, like it's just a phrase. But when we show them the facts, the fools got nothing to say. And deep government state wanna get up in our face, but hasn't done it yet cause Trump's in the way, trying to protect us from a troublesome fate. And because of that, we'll never lose our faith, plus God keeping us cool and safe. But I still hope we get 4 more years so we could throw a huge parade. I can see it now, Patriots on a float, and POTUS will go down in history as one of the GOATs, for making the swamp pay for taking every one of his votes. His enemies are the cancer, whether or not Trump give him the smoke. Now relax it back and take notes as we kick backs with the homie Ray though. Speak your mind in the Patriots lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots lab, where we ain't even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said speak your mind in the Patriots lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said, speak your mind in the Patriots lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. Speak your mind, it's freedom time. Without even trying to, we make them liberals mad.
Idea for the Trump team, folks.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good evening, people, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be, and welcome to a special edition of the Patriots Lab. This is your man, and you know we are here in the lab. I got you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, IG. Everybody shout out, like, share, subscribe. Ring that bell so you can get them instant notifications. Y'all see the title. Tonight's a good night. A special night. Don't do it too often. Jeremy Daniels, what's up? Good evening. Don't do it too often, but I got a special guest in the lab tonight. Mr. Martin Payne is in the building with me. You see what I titled it. He's a newly world-renowned book writer and author of Inner City Blue. Y'all be able to cop this in the bookstores near you soon in the future. He's also the newly acquired host of the podcast called Public Service Announcement, with a very unique spelling, and we're actually related. He's actually my big cuz, and he's from the BK, New York
and don't
City.
you ever forget it.
So I'm gonna turn it over to him, and he's gonna let you guys and gals know what inspired him to go on this journey, where he came from, where he at, and where he going with it.
Yes,
all right, what up, because
Thank you for the great, immaculate, amazing, a little bit hyperbolic introduction. I really appreciate it.
You're good.
Okay, yeah. So my book, Darling of My Heart, one of my firstborn right here, it's called Inner City Blue. It's a book of 7 short stories. So I write in the short story form because people have short attention spans nowadays, and you can give them something good to read and get their heartstrings fluttering in 5 to 6 pages. That is not only very hard to do, but takes a lot of discipline and a lot of work. And with these stories, you buy 7 of these stories for this $20, you're getting way more bang for your buck. So I got a love story here. I have a cop story here. I got a renegade story here. I got a story about a little girl that overcomes multiple trials. Anybody that reads these stories is gonna love them. You can't not like them. Okay, now, as far as my YouTube channel is Public Service Announcement. A unique spelling is PUBLICK Service SIRVACE Announcement ANOWNCEMINT, because of course I have to be unique. I got to stick out from the bunch. You can't be like everybody else, cause you know what I mean. Why would they fuck with you? Excuse my language. Excuse my French.
No, you good. You right though. You right. You gotta be unique.
No doubt. So yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised, and Me and Cuz known each other since we was in diapers. No, well,
Facts.
I know you
Facts.
since we was in diapers, pretty much, right? I'm a little bit older than you, but yeah, I was
I
coming.
used to always want to run behind him and his brother.
And so yeah, I've always loved reading. I've always been a reader, and I like writing too. But I decided to write because I have a story to tell, and the best way for me to do it was through the written word. You know, I have things to say. Like people will read the books. Like, there's a young black male. They'll probably think this story is the typical urban story where it glamorizes into life and all that. No, these stories is not like that. These are good stories. This is quality work. If I was to put myself authors that I emulate or I try to get there would be great authors like Jack London, Donald Goines, you know. O. Henry, you know, these type of authors, and you know their style and the way they pull my heartstrings. I try to emulate that, and that's what I try to do with these stories. You know, and you know, let's bring back the written word too. And as far as with the YouTube channel, public service announcement. So our mission is to increase self-awareness, to emphasize critical thinking skills, and to make us the best people that we can be, you know, to make us the best that we can be, you know, the basic foundation of the principle of my first project in my lifelong dream and desire, which is, of course, to make the world a better place. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Right.
I'm saying it like it is. I'm shooting for the top. I ain't holding back, make the world better place. And the project is called Our Baby, cuz. So the principle is we all have a mother. Everybody
Right.
has a mother. Everyone has a mother. And that love of a mother, that unconditional love that a mother has for his child, is what I want challenge each of us as individuals to have 50% of that love for each other. That's my challenge. Just 50% of it. Reach for 50% and you'll be perfect. This world will be very much better place. So we should respect and honor each other. And our baby also includes the planet Earth. That's our baby. That's our mother. Everybody has a mother. Our baby, we are all mothers and fathers at the same time. So the guys, you ain't got to feel no problem about, oh, that sounds feminine. That's okay. Learn how to change a diaper. Be a dad. Be a dad and a mom. You know.
Right.
A mom and a dad. You know, that's the concept of our baby. So, you know, only a dummy would look at it and say he doesn't want to get on board. Everybody can contribute to this. Just be kind to one another. Just treat each other with respect. And you don't have to fear. You don't have to feed into the fear that's been propagated around. It makes people put up walls or make people think, oh, well, I'm better than that person because somebody told you wrong. You're not better because how you look or how much money you have. You're better when you do better things. And still you're not.
Let me show him a little clip. I got a little clip from Martin Payne's brand new podcast. Y'all go ahead and check it out on YouTube. I urge you to go do that. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into a little clip here.
God's attribute. He was a living God. God was nature. God is nature. So he was the living house, the functioning body of nature, the house of fire, the creative element. But we're not in that time anymore. We don't have any pharaohs anymore. So my proposal is something that we all could love, something that we could all build and ascribe to, and we can create it together. And this creation is the baby. Let us create the baby. The baby is our brave new world. So when you see another person, man, woman, and especially child, you say to yourself, how is the baby doing? And when you're saying the baby, you're talking about this new creation, this new concept, this new brave new world where we have compassion for one another, where
Yes.
we don't look at people as being different from ourselves, that we are all one great entity, one great unity, our baby.
Yes.
So go ahead and piggyback off of that.
Okay.
What inspired? First, I wanted to piggyback. I'll piggyback off of that. I wanted to hit the first one here first. When did you know that you wanted to be an author and literally write a book? Because you know a lot of people say, "Man, I want to write a book, man. I want to write. Hell, I want to write a book. I would love to write a book."
Here's the reason why. Swear to God, this is God's honest truth. I am such an avid reader. I was at a point in my life where I was consuming a lot of material and I was coming across a lot of this trash. Like, I'm forced to read it because I got to push my way through it. And I don't care if somebody say I'm an author, I'm being the right. No, I'm a reader first. Then I'm an author. You know, I'm a voracious reader. You know, I read everything. You know, period. I've always been like that. And I started coming across a lot of trash. I said, man, you know what? I can do this. Like, for real, I can, like, you know, I think I can do better. Like, you know what I mean? And I challenged myself. And it's been a long time in the making, man. So people, they know overnight. I've been writing for 30 years. I caught the flame in my youth. I'm not going to give away my age here. Let people figure it out themselves. I caught the flame in my youth, and I kept polishing and polishing and polishing, you know. And there were times within there that I took off where I wouldn't do stuff for years or whatever, you know. But I caught the bug early.
Right.
And I went to school for it. And I got a great inspiration from one of my guys. And it's so crazy. He's Cuban. He's a Cuban American. And he's Cuban, one Afro-Cuban, one African-Cuban. And he read my first attempt, and he said, listen, I'm going to give you this book. It was a workbook. He said, work through this, do the question, and then rewrite your story and come back. That right there showed me that not only does it require the flame and the passion, but it requires the discipline and the dedication to hone the craft. And that's why I give props to authors and creatives or people that create, because for the average outside looking in, oh, that's easy. Anybody can do it. Yeah, it looks great. It's easy. No, it takes time to learn that, man. That dude put some time into that, man. You know. So with that being said, I thought I could do it better, and that's what I did. I you know, a lot of trash I come across. Hey, you know, I can be a critic too.
What brought about the baby concept? We know the baby's here now. We know but what made you?
Baby's here. Okay,
what drew you to the baby?
Okay, so here's the baby. Here's how the baby came to me. First of all, I'm a very loving person, right? That's just it. Like, if I was to put myself as a noun, I say I am love. That would be me. Boom. Period. You know what I'm saying? Now with that love, people don't get it. I got the love of a dad and a mom. So, like, you know, I'm fire and ice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't want to love so much. Oh, please. And I'm like, I ain't no wimp or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and sometimes love might require you to have to plant some foot up somebody's ass so they know it's part of love. I'm doing shit out of love. So with that being said, I don't want people to misconstrue it. So with that being said, I'm a father. I love my children. All my children know that I love them. I'm a grandfather. They all know that I love them. Okay? And the way I love them and the way I know that parents love them and things like that, it came to me like an epiphany. It was like, this is something that everybody can relate to. It's like the nuclear family. That's like the, you know, that's subatomic particles right there. You feel what I'm saying? That's where we're all connected with that. And you know, you cannot not relate to that. Right. So if we was to strive to have that love for each other, which first starts was knocking some of these walls down that people build up. You know, these fake ass walls, and main one of them be like fear. You know, that fear is planted people, like, you know, they get these negative images from TV and they put up these walls, they assume stuff. That's fear. It's holding you back. It's not letting you be your greatest. And so if we can love each other and first of all stop fearing each other, stop hating each other and things of that nature, this baby grows. We got a brave new world coming into this new golden age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, it was almost too simple, for real. You know, and I'm sure there's probably going to be morons that are going to say that's a dumb idea, this and that and that. But who cares what morons think? Like really, like, and I'm sorry to say it because if somebody says that to me, you're a moron.
Right.
You know, and with
Now,
that being said, there's no religion with this baby. This baby has our baby has no religion. Our baby has no political ties. Our baby has no race. Our baby is everything and everybody, all inclusive. It's not gay. It's not straight. It is brand new. With eyes open to the world to see the beauty in the world. So, you know, we ain't care nobody's a Christian. I don't care if you're a Muslim. I don't care if you're a Zoroastrian. I don't care if you're from Zimbabwe or Tanzania or Europe or Denmark or down under. We all have in common this planet Earth and a mother.
So, getting back to your book once again, it'll be coming out. I'm so glad I got my copy. I appreciate that, cuz. Hey, and you even signed it for me. You even signed it for me. I appreciate it.
Hold on to that.
But
It's classic, cuz that's out of the first edition. Hold on to it. Trust me, believe. I tell everybody when I'm saying that. Hold on, that's gonna be a classic.
I see you. You give props where props is due when it comes to your elders and everything
For
like that.
sure. Very important that we should respect the elders, our parents. Love your parents, kids. And parents, love your children and respect them. You know, don't do shit in front of your kids and then be mad when they end up doing it. You know, your kids are not your kids or your kids, they ain't supposed to be your fucking buddies. Excuse my language. Or I'm cursing or whatever, but you can be buddies, but not like that. You know, you gotta show some honor.
Right.
Just like you want to honor them. Like you want to be honored, and I see that a lot. You know, that's something in the world, just period. You know,
right. Well, we're gonna dive in just briefly to give them a little taste. Who is? Tell them who Michael Antonelli is.
What story are you talking about?
We're in the first one.
Okay,
30 years old,
now,
veteran.
when you see these characters, right? Now these characters,
Right.
okay, you got to remember. Now you know my lifestyle. I'm not gonna reveal myself totally to everybody.
Exactly.
Setting
Right.
a person or whatever, but you know lifestyle. So when you see these colorful characters in there, these splendid, these characters that are so unique and real and authentic, and that's just some people. They're conglomerates of people that I've met in my life. Sometimes I add a part here and I add a part there, and I twist a piece here and an emotion there. So, you know, to say that's one person that I've met, no. Say that's a conglomerate of maybe 50 people I've met. This is Michael Antonelli. He could be your best friend. He could be your homeboy. He could be your sister's boyfriend. But that's a real guy there. Anybody can relate to that. Ooh, excuse my language. That's Michael Antonelli, son. He's a Brooklyn kid, probably, but in this little town here, wherever, yeah. And the good thing about these stories too, they're for any town, any place, anywhere. So you can read the book and you wonder where the setting is, because I don't go into settings because I've been around in so many cities, in so many places that, you know, any city, it's inner city, any city, in your city. That's how that book in the city is. That's how in it is. That's how deep in it goes. Boom. Feel me?
Give me a little bit of insight on who this Sharma is. What is she all about?
Shamra. That's the last story. That's the love story. Ooh. Shamra would be a conglomerate of all my brokenhearted, all my people who I would say fell in love hard, got brokenhearted, and the way their stories end up, some, goes this way, that way. So it could be any one of my sisters, and I'm not talking about just my physical sisters. I'm talking about my sisters, my planetary sisters. It could be any one of their moms. It could be any one of their daughters. That's who Shamra is. So, yeah, like that. So yeah, who do you love is who Shammer is. Yeah. I like that story. That's one of my favorite stories too. I really like that story. I think anybody read that story would love it. I don't think you could not like it. Yeah.
Okay, that was a little technical difficulties. They know how they get it live and then cut. I had to step away for a minute. Thought I heard some bad news. But yeah, that's Sharma. I didn't get the whole. You probably already told my viewers. What's up with Sharma? I know, like you said,
so like I said, she's a
conglomerate.
conglomerate. She's anybody's sister, lover, brothers, not brother, but it could be your sister, your mom, your daughter, your homegirl from high school, your favorite cousin's best friend's girl, whatever like that. Yeah, that's what Shammer is, a conglomerate of all that. Love story, great. I love that story. I think anybody reads that story would love that story. Great story.
And of course, no book would be complete without. Tell us a little bit of the conglomerate around Patrolman Seamus.
Ooh, his name is Seamus. You pronounce it Seamus.
Seamus.
Seamus, what I call McLaughlin it was?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, Seamus, man, Seamus is a great cop, man. He comes from a long line of cops. He's out there. He's putting his life on the line for the streets. He's got compassion. He's a great father. He's a great dad. He's a great husband. And he's going through these times, these Black Lives Matter times going on or whatever. And he's balanced. So we're rooting for the best for Seamus. You know what I mean? And yeah, Seamus is a good cop. And they got bad cops too. Seamus is a good one. Yeah, and I know a couple of Seamus McLaughlins too. So yeah, but people don't get it confused. All cops ain't bad. You know what I mean? Good. Yeah, but
love to hear that.
I'm not giving much of the story up by saying that, but you have to read the story.
But it's real. It's real. And
yeah, that's like with people.
It's good to be able to hear.
Yeah, you're just as guilty as being prejudiced as a prejudiced person. If you look at anybody and just fucking map a decision on them, you didn't even talk to them and say hi. That goes anyway. That's bad. All ways around is bad. There's no good can come out of that. And plus, you're denying yourself of meeting people when you be like that. Especially people do that to me. Oh, well, you never got to meet me. Sucks for you. Right. I swear to God, I learned that, cuz. I mean, I had to learn that, man. So, yeah. That's what that story addresses that right there. Yeah. Excuse me 1 second, cuz.
Yeah. People, Patriots, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This will give me a chance to give my shout-outs. Let me see who's all up in here. I got my big cuz with me tonight. Author, podcast host of Public Service Announcement. It's spelled a crazy way. I'll put the link up there eventually. But he's the author of a brand new book called Inner City Blue.
Book of 7 short stories.
Near you. It's got some great short stories in it. And what I love about it, like he says, the characters that he put in this can be anybody.
That you love.
It's
relatable. Like they're all people that you know and love.
So did you intentionally do it that way so you can make it so everybody can be able to pluck something away from it and relate to it? That's why you made it broad. You made the characters broad so everybody can get something out of it.
Yeah, because I think that's part of being a good storyteller. A person wants their emotions twiddled with when they read. They were, and people get it when it can be something that they can relate to. You can,
right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, I try to get the characters that are relatable, and I think the emotions is relatable too. So I think, like, a lot of times with the characters, it probably could be any character, but if I paint the emotion in there with it, so that the reader gets to understand, you know what I mean?
Right. So what would you say the and you can go, you'll probably go in numerical order. What would you say the top 3 factors are of your baby concept?
Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, the top 3 factors, man.
I got you. You ain't sitting down with no
I'm gonna hit
whippersnapper.
this one out the park. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go deep. Nah, so the first thing, man. The first, man, unity, man. That's the united, universal, that is so simple. And the second one would be the simplicity of it. The third one would be the ease of transition. The fourth one would be so much joy would be able to be easily acceptable, accessible for everybody. And it's not hard, and it's right, and it's that everybody has that really in them, is that you forced to think differently. You've been tricked, you've been hoodwinked, you've been bamboozled, you've been run astray, let them up, all that, man, it's crazy. But when you can let go, and it's so easy, you practice virtue and have love in your heart. It's so simple. So people make it difficult. Oh, you gotta go do this, that. No, practice virtue and have love in your heart. You ain't got to change your diet and do all that. You ain't got to do all that shit. You ain't got to go 100-day fast and all that. Practice virtue and love in your heart. That's all you got to do. And then with that, you're going to want to learn to start taking care of yourself and being better to yourself. It's from the inside out, man. It ain't nothing you could. People will go, oh, yeah, I'm doing this, do that, do that. No, that's taking shit from the outside, putting it in, trying to go. You got to get that goal. You got to mine it from the inside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, cuz? That's what was that? The top 10 I got out of it? That's just too easy. It's too simple. It really is. And I'm not gonna.
See, a lot of people make it complicated. See, you make it sound simple. For a lot of people, though, it ain't.
Huh?
For a lot of people, I mean, whether they put obstacles and excuses in front of it, but for a lot of people, they just can't seem to make that change. They can't. Mm-hmm. What is it going to take to at least decrease black on black gun violence in half? I mean,
well, let's see. Let's see. You know what I mean? All I can do is but you know what's so crazy? Because I've been looking at the media, right? And I've been bouncing around state to state for years. I hadn't been back home in a few years. I go back to Brooklyn one day and shit, and I'm going through something. They got all type of jams going on, street festivals, all parts and parts. The motorcycle dudes a lot. No violence, son. No violence. So what I mean to say is that if you watch the news for an hour a day, you're going to be exposed to about 35 to 40 minutes of some negative images, violence and shit. So now there goes that program of fear. I'm scared to death. Like you fucking it. No, why would man? You be around, you beat. So what I mean to say is, a lot of times people are scared of shit. That shit ain't even gonna happen. It don't really. That shit is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the images is just so compounded in our heads. Now you better get a gun. And you better carry one, and you better carry one, say, everybody fucking you can do something to me. Be nice to each other. Simple. And then that way when the bad guy comes, all the nice people get this fucking ass. You feel what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, no, some real shit. Too simple, bro. So, because I'm going through Bed-Stuy, and for a second I felt kind of like scared. So what the fuck? Scared of my neighborhood. I'm born and raised here. I know, there goes that program, that fear program kicking over. I'm not, shit ain't rubbing off on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that. I didn't need no gun. Nobody got shot at that bar, and nobody got shot at that cookout.
So what you do? You hit them with the power of love. You hit them with the power of love.
You hit them with the love, man. With the love bug, man. How you gonna resist it? Everybody loves that. You know what I mean? That's real, man. For real, man.
Hey, with all the negative shit going on nowadays, cuz I commend you, big cuz, because
believe me, it's a quest. It's a quest.
Yeah, no doubt, and a admirable one at that. I mean,
because I ain't afraid.
bro,
I ain't afraid to stand up and be who I am and say a lot of that shit that's going on.
Look how this country is. Look at the state of affairs in this country that we're dealing with. Let alone the state of affairs that are going on in the world, bro.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of BS going on, but
the concept that you're bringing.
Hold on. One second. I'm gonna grab some of my mouth. 1 second. I'm coming right back. 1 second.
Go get something to wet your whistle. People, Patriots, y'all also go get something to wet your whistle. John Vaughn, thank you for tuning in. Who else do we got in here? Brenda Lavelle, thank you for tuning in. William Carson, thank you for tuning in. I got Big Cuz sitting in the lab with me tonight, and we just chopping it up on some real talk. Normally, y'all already know it's on a political limb with me, but tonight it's all about life. It's all about life, and
yeah, I don't got nothing wrong with like with politics.
All that makes the world go round. All that makes the world go round, bro. And if people try to eliminate one or try to make one work without the other, you know, I have so many people. We don't need this and we don't need that, bro. This is America. Ain't nothing but a big corporation. Somebody's got to run this motherfucker. I don't want that job. We just got to find the right people to do it. It's like any corporation. You got to find the right HR person. You got to find the right accounting people, because right now we getting robbed left and right. And you know what? I really wouldn't have a problem with the government robbing us if they didn't turn a blind eye to our homeless people. If they didn't mess around with our homeless veterans. You know, if they took care of business at home, you know, do whatever the hell you want to do. You take care of home.
That's deep. You know what it is, cuz? It's like, I think the system is rigged for greed, man. Like, on some real shit, like, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. I don't care about that shit. My thing, I don't
that's
get
human nature, fam. You already know. You already know.
It's bad and everyone, and everybody's susceptible to good or bad. So with that being said, I'll be tripping like somebody comes in office worth 1.2 million. They leave office, they're worth 7, 8, 9 million. Like, what the hell? The fuck does this happen?
Well, you already see it. You already know how to do it.
So and then, you know, they got these big houses built all over, man. And then you got the American citizens, everybody saying, we this, we that, we that. Like, I want to feel incorporated. I want to feel a part of the incorporation, but I'm not going to be saying we, me, and I'm involved with that shit. I'm not getting a cut out of that check.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I ain't getting paid.
Yeah, I'm not getting a cut out of that check. And some of those people are fucking corrupt and crooked, and they should get their fucking punishment too, especially when you take an oath to say that you swear to do right by the people, you know, and then when time comes, you just want to do something that's selfish just for yourself.
You know what it is, bro? People aren't really sitting back looking at their own economic fight. Bro, look at the price of gas. Food went up 40%. Bro, that's money coming out of your pocket.
That's crazy.
That's money on the whole broad spectrum. Bro, the bottom line, what makes this country move is energy. If they start messing with the energy, don't you think that messes with everything else? You expect people to go in their pocket and they get mad at stores raising prices. I don't blame them stores. I'm not taking a loss just to appease people.
Right.
It's all about.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to the economic, when it comes down to certain that economic principles and them numbers, they got it. You know, because this happened, this has to happen. It's a cause and effect type of thing. So yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But, you know, on the whole, people are doing way better here in this country than a lot of places, other places. So like, I've learned to accept the attitude of gratitude. Like, because I'm different anyway. I'm a dude that I'm as comfortable in the Marriott Marquis as I am on the goddamn hard brick bench on you know what I'm saying, Central Park. You know what I'm saying, on a summer night. I'm just as comfortable. So with that being said, you know, I've survived shit and did a lot of things that people would never even imagine. They have been in wars and stuff like that. So I'm just like blank on the whole thing, because I'm emotionless about it, because I don't want to be passionate this way or passionate that way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to enjoy the ride, man. You know what I mean? Because period, like on some real shit. And that's hard to do. You know, but I don't like violence. Huh? I can't hear you, cuz.
Oh
Oh,
no, I
somebody.
had it on mute. I was on the phone. Wife just called in.
Oh,
But
okay. I just don't like
Thanks.
violence. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm capable of it, I don't like it. Whatever. It
Bro,
sucks.
if you seen what you seen, like you was telling me the other night, you're not proud of what you seen and what you've done.
No.
You don't wear that shit as a badge of honor. You know how some
No.
people go through life wearing that shit as a badge of honor. You
Yeah,
know,
like it's
like you
something to
say,
brag about.
you ain't proud of that shit.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And if I would have had my right sense of mind, well, I wouldn't did half of it. But it made me to the person I am, and I paid my consequences and have worked my way through things, fight down demons and all that, and it made me the person who I am. So with that being said, things work out that way, you know. But no, I don't. And you know, like a lot of times with the certain stories that African American guys write or that's promoted in people's face, paint that same old corny ass narrative. You know, the super duper smart criminal and, you know, the black drug dealer, this and that. Man, that shit is, I mean, it's that narrative is played out, man. That's old, it's corny, it's dry. It's, you know what I'm saying? I try to deeper into the soul with my writing, man. You know, I'm going beyond the superficial because I'm going from the inside out. You know what I mean? The hard coin. You know what I mean?
Well, like what we was talking about, a real man can love. A
That's
real
right.
man, and that's
love.
really he really needs to be loved.
For sure.
So
Yeah, so you know the girls that's looking, man, I need to be loved. You know, I'm single. You know,
so
I need
a
little
woman's
love.
a woman's the nurturer, and a man is the lover and provider. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
bottom
yeah,
line,
yeah. Yeah, so like
y'all heard that Patriots.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. A man has love. You understand? You know, if you was looking at like if I was to paint a picture of a God or what God would be, it would be male, female, and no image, no shape or nothing. It'd be a male and female glob. It'd be a male and female glob of blackness from which all beauty and light and everything comes out of. That would be my picture of what God would be, a glob. Male
That's
and
right.
female.
That's right. What's up, baby bro? Got DJ in the house. Gab, DB Leon, Jen Barnes, Beverly. Who else we got in here? William Carson. And Adot T. Owen Williams. Welcome to the lab. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell so y'all can get the instant notifications. I got with me tonight my big cuz Martin Payne, author of Inner City Blue, coming your way soon. And
If anybody
also,
want to meet me, cuz, if anybody want to send something to me, they can hit me at zigzagzig1@gmail. It's XIGXAGXIG. That's my pen name, zigzagzig1@gmail.com.
so, and your YouTube is Publicks, and it's PUBL, yeah, PUBLICK, SIRVACEKNOWNECMINT. Y'all get it. Hit up Martin W. Payne.
Yeah, they get it.
But you know, cause it's so awesome to see you get out there and to see you overcome life's adversities and still pursue your passion and your dream. Because you know, a lot of people give up. A lot of people, too many people.
Yes.
They let they past prevent what God has for them in the future because they think they're not worthy. They think they're not good enough. Hey, only one person gonna judge you.
That's right.
You know, he gives you the desires of your heart, man. So you know, keep grinding, fam. Just keep grinding, and you know, nothing but love. And y'all make sure y'all get over there and pump up his YouTube page so he can go ahead and get monetized.
Yes,
what other platforms are you on right now?
That's it, cuz. That's it. I'm on
Okay.
YouTube, cuz. That's it. I'm at Boombox Boombox on Instagram. Boombox.
Okay, Boombox on IG.
Boombox 8191. Boombox. Yeah, you know, I'm really
So,
starting just getting into the social media stuff because I didn't, you know, what I mean, I ain't, you know, I'm
oh, you
just really
surprised the shit out of me, fam. You surprised the shit out of me when I seen you pop up on there. I was like, yo, cuz got that hidden talent. I know him all these years, never knew. Never knew.
Yeah.
But you know what? It wasn't your
now,
time. It wasn't your time, but now you're about to
yeah,
blow it. You're about to blow it up.
I'm trying
About
to,
blow it
brother. I'm
up.
trying to. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the positive words. I appreciate the positive vibe. But you know, we always been like that with each other.
Hey,
And we had a ball when I was at your crib in Virginia Beach that one time, man. I had a fun. I always talk about that time to everybody.
hey, we're gonna have to do it again. But you know,
Yeah.
I tend to finally understand the fact that every day that goes by is a blessing, and every day that
Yes,
goes
sir.
by is a day made by God, and
Yes,
I just
sir.
let Him try to direct my footsteps and try to be the best soldier I can be, bro.
You're the best soldier you can be, man. You know, I want to
That's
touch on that one time too before we leave. I just want to say
What?
that. You know, when people allow somebody else to see, this is where the strength comes in at. You got to be strong enough. I had to learn to be strong enough to not care what everybody else thinks is fucking wrong, right? But I said, no, it's wrong. And I stayed my ground. You know, that's it, man. I don't care. You know what I mean? If I think it's right, I'm sticking to it, man, because I took it through my heart and I weighed it. So with that being said, people, we as a whole world have to stop being judgmental. And that's why sometimes, a lot of times, I don't like religion to come into nothing. Because to me, religion just makes people judge each other. You know, like if you're a Christian, you go, oh, he's supposed to be God. They're always judgmental. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you know, it's like a person that works in a building, and he's the guy that does the toilets. He's the best fucking toilet guy ever. Everybody goes in there, this place is always clean. He deserves as much praise and attention for his dedication to his detail, his job, as the CEO of the building.
Who wants
Because
to sit their ass on a dirty toilet?
and not only that, it's called integrity. It doesn't matter what
That's
you
right.
do.
That's right.
Have integrity about it, and it makes it beautiful. You know, be the best pancake flipper IHOP ever had. And then people that buy the pancakes, you should respect that person for being good. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's going to need a toilet cleaner. There's going to need a pancake flipper. There's going to need a window washer.
And they're gonna be talking about you. They're gonna be like, yo, take your ass over to IHOP, bruh. Be slamming on them cakes,
You know what I'm
bruh.
saying? And then if everybody has that attitude, that's virtue. That's virtue. Practice virtue. That's how we raise the vibration on this planet, man. Practice virtue. Period. You know what I mean? It's not hard. It ain't easy either. It ain't easy, but it's got to be a battle. Everybody got to go on their own hero's quest. Every man, every woman, every female, you got to fight down all your demons, all that shit that's been in your life. You've been thinking, well, why am I thinking this way? That way it begins at introspection. Why am I thinking this way? Ask yourself the question. Work it out, work through it. Boom. But I think I'm going in too deep. But that's what I wanted to put in there. Ethics, man. Work ethic, man. Doesn't matter what you do, be the best at it, man. Because at the end of the day, somebody got to do it. So you got to, if not, you got to automatically expect when you go in the bathroom, it's going to be shitty bathroom because he doesn't want to be a toilet washer. But if I make him feel special, like he is, although right now he's washing toilets or he's scrubbing pots, he's still a person. He's still worthy of admiration if he does an admirable job. And people need to get off the fucking high horses and looking down, being judgmental about anybody like that. Right? And boom, there that is. I'm just a philosopher, that's all.
That's facts, though, man. That's facts. We as human beings. I mean, and you know what? We can choose. We can choose if we're going to be judgmental or if we're going to be supportive of somebody. Before you judge that toilet bowl person, you know he ain't making that much money. If he got a clean toilet, leave him $10 up on the top of that money. Think he won't appreciate that? That's right. That's
right. Man,
right.
he did a great job. Here go a little something for you, man. You know, say hi.
I'm gonna tell everybody on floor 13 to come down to floor 6 because you keep the toilet clean down here.
And then 5 years from now, when I'll be getting my little spot, I say, man, I'm gonna get that guy that was working over there. I love the way he did his job. Hey man, you want to run this company for me? I want all these guys to fucking work like you because you took pride in your work.
Attention to detail.
Yeah. That's
what's up, though.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's funny because what you just said is so right. You don't never know what your attention to detail can lead to in the future. It might not be that job. It might be the CEO opening up, like you say. Somebody got a crew, but they want your work ethic.
Yes. And here's the thing. The beauty of it really is not that you're doing it for a future reward. You're doing it because your name is on that job, and you should have some pride in that. You should be, man, what? They said, I did it. Yeah, and it's good because I done it, no matter what it is. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you're winning anyway. You feel me? You know you don't want to be here for long, but while you're here, do it real good. And with that being said, nobody should abuse you either because you watch toilets. So what? I watch toilets. That don't mean you're gonna talk to me like that, or you're gonna respect me like I respect you, right? You gotta stand up for yourself too. Yeah, that's right. No,
what do you
don't feel bad right now because anybody gotta go through that, you know.
What would you say to the people that? See, I like you having you on here because you give it to me real. What would you say to the people that love to complain?
People that love to complain, party poopers that can't never come up with, they always got the fucking problem, but they don't never got some answers. I tell them, please give me some space. I don't need to be around all that negative energy. You're pulling me down. That's what I say. I peel out. I go. I'm like, all right, I'll talk to you later. I'm not going to lie. That's what I learned. Like, and I don't even like that word can't. And I know there are some things that can't be, but when people say that shit too quick without giving it some thought, my red flag.
I'd rather somebody tell me they failed.
Yeah, you ain't failed till you
quit. At least you attempted.
No, you don't fail till you quit. You know, sometimes you move on to another project or another idea, but only time you fail is when you quit. Other than that, it's a learning experience.
There you go.
Right?
See, hey, all depends on how you look at it, bro.
Yeah, it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. You just said you have a choice to look at it this way or look at it that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a state of mind. That's where the discipline coming out. But like the acronym that I use for our baby is CHILD. Courage, honor, integrity, love, and discipline.
Wow. Go ahead and repeat that, cuz. Repeat that.
Courage.
Repeat that.
The acronym is CHILD for child. Our baby, our child. Look, courage, honor, integrity, loyalty and love, discipline and dedication. See what I'm saying?
So I have to pull them out because they're going to grow.
Yeah, all virtues. All virtues. Courage is the most important one. And I got this from Maya Angelou, but it totally makes sense. Courage is probably the most important one because you have to be courageous enough to want to practice your virtue in the midst of a bunch of chaos. In the midst of a bunch of chaos, you'd be still willing to practice virtue. Courage is probably the most that in this day and time is the most needed. You got to be courageous enough to stand up and say, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. No. Yeah. Or no, you're not doing that to me. You're not treating me like that. You're going to be respectful. And also courageous enough to say, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. Maybe I should apologize. You know? Maybe I need to think about that. Yeah. So yeah, courage.
Humble yourself. That's I think that might be the most difficult one.
Humility. Humility is a great virtue. I'm gonna use that courage, humility. See, that's what I'm saying with the CHILD, the acronym. It's so many good virtues that I can interplay with that. I like that humility, beautiful, great virtue, because there's power in humility. There's power in humility. People don't realize that. See, people have been trained to have the love of power. I've come to the conclusion that there's no power greater than love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's no power greater than love. So with that being said, it's a state of mind. Now it's a state of mind. Everything can be a growth experience, or it can be something that you let tear you down.
Right.
If you got the major point thing is you gotta get that love. You gotta get that love. Learn to love. Fear stops people from loving. And that's the thing. It's not no overnight shit, man. It's not overnight shit. This is just the beginning. But as I said, it's also the baby. The baby's growing. The baby's growing. So you know what I'm saying? We just coming to a new age. We just come to the new age of Aquarius, a new information age. So the baby's growing. It's gonna be a teenager soon, grown man. You know what I'm saying? This is how it goes. Right now, this is the baby. We creating this baby. It's gonna be our baby for a long time, because remember, after all, the child is still always your child. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just going through the stages. So yeah. No.
So how would you? Well, and all that, you're obviously aware of this the state that we're in right now. How would you advise people to incorporate the philosophy of the inner city blue and public servant announcement into today's society, the way it's all intertwined and twisted?
I love that. I love the way you put that together. I love that. Sweet. Okay. Real quick and simple. Practice virtue. Bam. Look them up. Practice them. Practice virtue. Practice virtue. Because the stories are all have a certain theme, and the art to it is twisting the theme and twisting the heartstrings, and that's what I try to do. But the stories all have a certain thing, and the theme is virtue. There's a virtue, several of them in these stories, that the reader will pick up on it, and you pick up on what's the right thing and what's good and what's great, what makes your soul feel good and makes the people around you feel good, and the birds want to sing, and and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? What's good.
Right.
People know naturally what's good and what's not. If you get in a peanut brain sized head thinks that you're better than somebody because the way you were born, sorry, somebody told you wrong. If you think you're not good enough because the way you were born, where you look, that somebody told you wrong. That's not true. You're better when you do better things. Period.
It's so good to hear a fresh voice.
None of them is as pretty as me.
That's that pain runs in the family.
Yeah, fuck that shit. People shouldn't think like that, man. And and it's a shame people probably still teach their kids that shit and all that, but that's not true. I know popular culture drills that in people's heads, but no, you're beautiful from your inside out. And that's where that's the new goal right there, the inner goal. That's the new goal. That's right.
Dixie Rhodes of Texas. Welcome to the lab. Good evening. Angel Jones, Kathy Gardner. Good morning. Good evening. And we got Ramblin' Rick back. What's going on, everybody? Lori Owens, Rika. Good evening. We are in the lab with Martin W. Payne, author of Inner City Blue, podcast host of Public Service Announcement, and it's spelled crazy, so you'll have to look it up.
PUBLICK SIRVACE. I had to add a little twist to it so I could stick out from everywhere else. Oh yeah, and by the way, I won the spelling bee when I was a kid. So.
Oh, so you've been a little bright since you was a little whippersnapper there.
I still
You
am
just chose to let it finally come out.
Yeah, I've been, I had to go through my trials, man.
We all do. Yeah.
Grace, man,
Yes, sir.
Grace, baby. That's what it is. You're talking to Grace right now. Look at me. You're just looking at living grace right here. Amazing grace. That's what you're looking at. Yeah, and that's the real. Amazing grace, baby. Praise is good. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. There was a time, cuz when I used to dwell on the past so much, it made me feel depressed. I'm like, well, you still got the future ahead. Stay out the. I'm in the moment, cuz. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll just be the best I can be in the moment, man. That's when everything counts. Only in the moment, man. Don't be too far in the future, because then you be nervous and anxious. Think about the past, you be sad. I'm in the moment, cuz.
Right. Wait, what you said it? You said it before. We know nor the day nor the hour.
Right.
So
wow. Yeah,
we
why would I
have
be
to
unhappy?
live in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't focus on the past, and don't put too much pressure on the future. Just chill. Just chill and be the best you that you can be.
Mm-hmm. And the things that I could affect, the things that I could change, that I could make a difference. That's what I try to do. I don't, I can't do nothing about what anybody else doing. Thank you, sweetheart. I mean, I could just do the best I could, and maybe I could be an example for somebody else to see. That's what, that's how I look at it too.
I hope you use my motto. If only one, just one. If I can just touch one, bro. I can't change the whole world, but if I can touch one, I consider my job done. We all got to do our share.
Well, that's you, cuz. I got to touch about 100 million. I'm sorry, I got to touch about 100 grand.
Well, if I'm blessed, enough,
I want to touch them.
if I'm blessed enough to reach 100 million and touch them in one way or another,
I want to lay hands on you.
Oh no, you don't want to do all that. But we're gonna get ready to land this plane because my beautiful queen is home, and we got in that hour. Appreciate it, everybody. Once again,
thank you so
much.
That's an hour, cuz.
Yeah. Well, not yet. Plane's just now descending. The landing gear and all that shit is just now coming out. Wheels are just now getting down. But plug what you need to plug. Let everybody.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you could reach me at right now. You could, if you want a copy of the book, email me at zigzagzig. That's with an X, xigxig1@gmail.com. You can check out go to public service announcement at YouTube. If you want to check out everything's just launching. Everything's great out there. Get on board early. So you can have a step ahead of everybody, because our baby is growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Our baby cannot be stopped. Yes, sir. Beauty is love. It's love. Our baby is love. That's it. Period. Yes, sir. Get on board early. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, cuz, so that's it. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Great.
Hey, peace out. I love you. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in for a special edition this evening. You already know. I'll be back tomorrow. Friday Night Liberal Smackdown. You don't never know what's going to happen. Make sure you tune in. Be there or be. You already know. Out.